at the end of the day, when they cannot win, family always wins.
Madam, go back to your father's house. Let other men that are looking for good wives for the first time ever slapped her. She was by the door, so her head went. Anything that wants to take it away, guide it. It's peace of mind, please. We need to be. You're even lucky. A lot of people don't have anybody anywhere to go.
So welcome to the second edition of the Purple Curtain. And I'm sure, as we all know, the Purple Curtain is a program that is designated for people in relationships having marital issues. Irrespective of where your issues are or what your issues are, look at me, it's a serious matter. So we're here to bring up our issues, and thankfully we have someone who has over 20 years experience in this field. Somebody who has in-depth knowledge, who is here to answer all our questions, irrespective of how difficult it may seem. Without wasting much of our time, without further ado, please join me. If your hands are not too busy, jam them together as I present to some and introduce to others, Barrister Olumini Omoshin.
Voices. Good afternoon, everybody. First of all, I want to thank you for listening to our program on 99.3 FM. It's not easy sitting down in the radio station and actually being bombarded. Today, some people were actually waiting for me outside. As I came out, I sat down because I was just not on the nice something. Come outside. So, marriage, relationships, they're a beautiful thing. But we just get some things wrong. The Bible says, I quote a lot of scripture, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. It is not lack of prayer. It's not that you didn't pray enough. It's not that you didn't fast enough. It was just that you did not know some things. So without much ado, the podium here is made. If you want to ask a question, you would raise your hand, and you bring it here, and you say what you want to say. This is the second edition. The first one was so touching. I think I shared it here. I don't know if anybody was here the last time. We're trying to minimize those, if you were here the last time, you're here this time. We want to give room for new people. So we did not really give people that came last time. We only gave about 5. But if you were here the last time, can you raise your hand? Nobody. We did well. We did well. So, without further ado, well, let me acknowledge my wife still opening and shutting the door. Hello. Hi. Good afternoon. It's not easy without a woman that understands. At times you have up to 2,000 WhatsApp messages, 60 calls in one day. And someone is trying to talk to you, but you are trying to answer. My son said to me, my birthday wish is that your phone gets spoiled for one day. So since then, whenever I see that, I just drop the phone to what do you want. It's not easy having understanding people. So I want to appreciate you, ma, for allowing us to perform. If your wife is not allowing you, your state of mind says you will be a question. Not answering question, you will be a question mark yourself. So please, let us keep the ball rolling. There's no prize for first or last, but let's just, I know 1 or 2 people here, I know what you have. So please, if you have anything, it's just by way of hands, yes. Is every other person someone who go
Very
around?
importantly, every other person, if you have something, please meet him. So he takes down your contact, your name rather, and then go there one after one week. Then that's the best thing. Okay, Ms. Clara Ebo, please you can come forward.
Good afternoon, everyone. Please don't mind my speech. I stammer a bit.
We all stammer. Not only.
Yeah, I was married 7 years ago. Yeah. The marriage was based on no sex until the wedding night. I was like being as a lady then, I was like, what kind of a thing is this? Though I've been praying for a God-fearing man, which I thought my husband was. After the wedding night, for us to, do the marital rites, I saw him taking a drug. I was like, nah, this one that you're taking a drug. He said, just for me to enjoy it. I said, okay. Then after that night, as a newly married couple, we had to be, doing it because I've not had a child. But then I was working. 2 months after, I was like, come guy, why is it that you be telling me stories? When it's time for us to do the marital right, you be telling me maybe in the, he will be giving me time. He will say maybe in the middle of the night. When is the middle of the night? Oh yeah, now. He will say, don't worry, when you come back to work, To cut the long story short, okay, I never knew I had a fibroid then. I went for the surgery, it was successful. The doctor said we need to stay for 3 months before, having the marital dues. Later, after the 3 months, I was the one even begging him, come, let's do this thing. And we said, no, what you went through. We stayed up to a year. But being that I'm from a very Christian home, my naughty friends, let me put it that way. They do like say Yoruba land you go. If they go this, I say no, that the kind of church that I go, once a married woman messed up, the pastor will see her and she will bring her out and okay, the years was going. Okay, finally I said, okay, let's go to the hospital and check what is really wrong with you. Finally, he has a dysfunctional issue, which we has been taking drug and some kind of a staphylococcus, But thank God, it's not as if I'm praising myself. Maybe because of the gene that I have, I did not contact any of the infection. But on the longer runs, we've been having some minor issues. Like me, I play a lot. I can throw jokes, but my kind of joke is this you just fight for nothing, nothing, that kind of a thing. To cut the long story short, before we got married, he had some boys around him. There was this special boy that he was so attached to. Then that anytime I go to his place, then I'll be seeing how the guy will be roving around. I said, come on, this kind brotherly love, I don't like it. So the guy that introduced me to him, I called the guy. I said, come on, I am letting not be what I am suspecting. The guy said that it's not as if it's like that he just like playing with that when they were in Cameroon, that he likes playing with guys. I was like, what kind of a play is that? But I won't lie to you all. Then I was 36 years old then, so I was like, hey, Jeke mi no wole. You know that kind of a thing. So finally, I'm just cutting everything short. Then we've been having some family issue that maybe any small thing, he will call his people, maybe I pinch him. Hey, she has pinched me. To the extent, he never told his people about this dysfunctional issue. It was when his elder brother was like pestering me. I had to open up that, ask your brother what is wrong with him. He said, well, I now told him for 3 good years, a married woman, I never had sex. Just that maybe I might tell any of my friends, they will just tell me, say, go and buy this drug, then I'll buy it. Then that was when, he will do it. He never had urge. I'm just cutting all this story short. There was a boy that he told me he had an accommodation issues. We are staying in a room and a parlor apartment. I told him, I said, this is just a room and a parlor, that it doesn't go well. I said, no, now, this and that. I said, okay, no, I'll let this guy come and stay. But in the midnight, I just noticed one thing. He never sleep on our matrimonial bed. He's always in the parlor. He asked me, that let the guy come and be staying with us. I told him this is just a room and a parlor apartment that I cannot condone it. It was like that we should show love to this and that. And I said, okay. I now said, okay, let the guy stay, because that boy is a 22 years old boy. My husband is 47 years old this year. Then, when I now allow the guy to be staying with us, maybe in the midnight, after my midnight prayer, I might just say, okay, let me just go and take water in the kitchen. The way I will see their settings, my mind will say, hey, hope is not what I'm thinking. Or my will just say, I will just let it be. Maybe God wanted me to see what is really in my home. Because where I worship, anytime they will call me up and say, that's what we are seeing, that we are praying, that let God open your eyes to see what is your home. I was saying, and this, my husband, is the kind of, is an Anglican, very staunch one. Is one of the wardens there, sorry. That night, I wanted to do my midnight. There was no light. Everywhere was so quiet. One man just said, Neka, wake up. Pick up your torch. I said, this kind thing said. I pick up my torch. Immediately I opened the door leading to the parlor. I just saw them. I couldn't. Even I had to. I don't know the mind that even gave me that mind. I picked up my phone. I was recording all the conversation. Okay, fine. After recording all what I can play it if you okay. After recording everything, I sent it to their elder brother that used to call me that I'm a bad wife. I said, look at what is happening. Because unlike when his brother will call him, maybe that I pinch him, maybe I'm stubborn or all that, he'll be calling. It takes almost a month. He was not picking my call. Finally, he now picked my call. I said, this is not a boyfriend issue, it's a marriage issue. But I couldn't bear it. When that thing happened, the next morning, he has a funeral in the village. He traveled. Then, he traveled down to the east. He did not call me. When he came back, I wasn't myself. I was expecting him to say, okay, just look for a line and tell me. Because, situation of the country now, I don't have a job now, so I know how it is, So I was now thinking that, hey, if I leave now, where am I going to stay? Who am I going to stay with? I call my elder brother. is in Port Harcourt. Well, when I sent all those video voice listening to him, he said I should start coming back down to Port Harcourt, you know, for me not to go into the depression. But I have friends, and I normally listen to your program, and I said no. This thing will not make me go into depression. I called their pastor. I sent the voice note to the pastor. The pastor was like, hey, that they've been seeing signs that somebody is denting their altar. When their pastor now came to the house and told him that that they are relieving him from his post in that their church wording, whatever. When the pastor left, the next thing he said, it is over. That I am going to leave his house. I told him, no, though, you know, I use Yoruba Ogoju. I said, if you want to leave, leave. But deep down me, I said, hey, where am I taking all my things to? But one mind just said, don't worry, that you will be favored. As God may have it, you know, I was telling friends. There was one of my classmates back then in the school that I helped, you know, when he had a school fees issue, you know. He has been my very good friend. He's a building. Yeah, I'm rounding up. So to cut the long story short, that my friend now gave me a room self-contained in his own building for me to come and, you know, stay. But what his family was saying that in Igbo, Ipa na ama woke, as in, how would I put it in English? Exactly. So that is my story, sir.
Please, someone interpret that for me.
It means that men are not always at fault. Because it's a man's world, so men are not always at fault.
What's the problem?
The problem now is I was now telling him, if you want to divorce me, let him divorce me legally, so that I will know that you know, we are no more together, sir.
This.
Oh, that's quite interesting.
I'm having a problem seeing that you are married to a homosexual and you are expecting him to divorce you. Why are you not the one? You know that marriage legally does not exist. Because when the law believes that when you marry a man, he is a man. And when you marry a woman, he is a woman. But when someone's name is Peter and he is also Pauline, there is a problem. So why are you there? Okay.
Why I was still there was because, you know, I don't have a job and I don't have anybody to help me. But as God may have it, last 2 weeks, a friend now gave me a room self in his own building that I should come and stay there till I get back on my feet. So by God's grace, I've been putting things in order in that house. So maybe before 2nd week of next month, I'll move down there, and they will now.
How long have you been married?
This year is our 7th year, sir.
You stayed 7 years. First sign was that he was not sexual with you. There was no intercourse. That is the first sign that there is a problem. Second, you now found out the problem when you saw him playing with the first man. So why did you just, 7 years is a long time to waste. It's just a long time to waste. I don't think you have any problem. I think you just need to start all over again. There are lots of people looking for good women now. There are lots of good women looking for good men. A lot of good men looking for good women. And it also serves as a lesson to you, especially when you meet people that claim clergy, that use the word pastor, deacon. I've been called to be a pastor 4 times, but I cannot be a pastor because I will drive people out of the church. It's not possible. I won't, So please, you should not. So wait. Okay, you were going through Christian courtship, so you were not even allowed to. No,
that was what he said. He said no sex until the wedding night. So I believed him.
That's how it stayed. Thank you very much. Please.